Yes, it's time once again for another episode of Midweek Midcard Matchups. I'm Pyrite, Paulie, Persimmons, and I'm joined as always by the one and only Veeta.
That's right, Paulie. We're once again returning to the squared circle to see two gladiators go head-to-head in battle in the middle of the ring.
In the middle of the ring is correct, but today, Val, you may be surprised.
Oh, really?
We've got two tomatoes in the ring this evening, my friend.
Two
Yes.
dames going head-to-head in the middle of the ring.
Two-
That'll be a treat. Certainly nothing can go wrong.
What could go wrong, Veeta? Let's take it down to ringside. Take a look at our two combatants today.
Oh, look at the chassis on her.
You've got it. Here you see Margaret, the Thighs From Van Heise Green.
Yes, and as you know, Paulie, these thighs take lives.
That's right. She is what you might call the Thigh Master.
Oh!
Unbelievable, and we're looking forward to seeing action here tonight on Midweek Midcard Matchup.
Paulie, who is her opponent tonight?
She, of course, is opposing one of the fiercest new competitors here on Midweek Midcard Matchups. The Thighs From Van Heise will be going one-on-one, head-to-head with the one and only Shelly Savalas.
Oh my God!
My God!
She's a real bug-eyed Betty, ain't she? Woo! Oh my goodness, that's
Shelly Savalas now in the ring, immediately going to action. Immediately going to action here on Midweek Midcard Matchups. The Thighs From Van Heise with the top press lock.
It's really heating up in the ring right now, Paulie. And of course, Margaret Green stalking her opponent as Shelly Savalas looks to give her the shine
I'm not
tonight.
sure that Margaret Green is the one doing the stalking based on the stance of Savalas. I have to assume that she is going to be stalking her opponent and potentially drinking her blood.
That's right.
Tonight on Midweek Midcard Matchup.
Well, you're certainly one who knows his onions, Paulie, and I'll tell you, one thing most people don't know about Shelly Savalas, she's a real lady legger. That's right.
Whoa!
Yeah, she's running
Slipping out of the headlock easily is Shelly Savalas as she continues to take an intimidating stance. Back to the headlock now.
Yes.
From Margaret, that Thighs From Van Heise Green, complaining to the referee she doesn't have any hair to pull. What's with the stance? Fuck, man.
The neck is what really throws me off here. She looks rather alien, Paulie.
Almost extraterrestrial to our eyes here in the year 1913. Of course, there's no reason to mention that now. The Thighs From Van Heise now going into the
utilizing
no-hold.
the thigh press. But the
Pressing
reversal.
the thighs. Reversed by Savalas. Savalas now on the ground. Thighs From Van Heise trying to take advantage.
Savalas, a real whisper sister, running hooch out of her own juice joint, Paulie.
Yeah, I've heard exactly the same. I have to concur with you today, Veeta. Savalas is certainly a dangerous character.
That's correct. And I'd go for a little coffin varnish myself, if you're asking me. And here we go, Margaret
My
Green
God!
giving her the head
Slapping
slap.
the head.
Oh.
Embarrassing Savalas here today. Guaranteeing her great-grandson will not be able to solve police cases on a syndicated detective television show.
It's a real mystery, Paulie, why Shelly Savalas has done this.
Shelly, getting Shelly!
Kind of embarrassing herself with that haircut. Here we go.
That's true. There you see
And she is
Green
none too
aggravating her opponent. She's pulling the hair, warning the referee that Savalas is having her hair pulled here tonight on Midweek Midcard Matchups by Margaret, the Thighs From Van Heise Green.
That's right, the referee.
Savalas going in. Wait a minute.
Here we go. Oh!
Green with the full body scissors using the thighs.
The thighs themselves doing the work.
This is where Green becomes dangerous.
Oh!
They don't call her the Thighs
Oh!
From Van Heise for nothing, Veeta.
That's really gonna hurt the keister there, Paulie, as she slams her
true.
down on the mat.
Not do.
Oh,
a little
hey,
lewd here for the year 1913.
Oh boy, those gams are just right up in the air, aren't they, Paulie? Trying to grab
Savalas.
the face.
Savalas attempting to break the hold. Wait a minute. Green now has her locked up. Slapping the head once again of Savalas. The Thighs From Van Heise going to work with her signature lock.
The South Dakota chicken thigh,
The
Paulie.
South Dakota chicken thigh now locked in on Savalas.
That's
Trying
right.
to escape. Chopping the uterus of Savalas is Margaret. The Thighs From Van Heise Green.
That's right, Paulie. And Shelly Savalas here, Beyond a Reproach, or beyond any of those other movies that begin with the name Beyond. As she tries
Green,
to
now,
get a rope
wait a
break.
minute.
Oh.
Where is the referee?
Oh, the
that
rope.
was clearly a rope break by Savalas.
Nah, referee's minding his own potatoes as Margaret Green gives Shelly Savalas the goods right here tonight on Midweek Midcard Matchup.
Green now holding in the line. What was the name of that hold again, Veeta?
The South Dakota chicken
The
thigh.
South Dakota two-piece and a biscuit. Now, wait a minute. Savalas overpowered by the thighs from Van Heise.
Almost a reversal into a pin there, Paulie.
Very
Quite
close.
impressive wrestling from these two dames here
It
tonight.
is a house of fire now dragging the balded alopecia-ridden corpse of Shelly Savalas. This is clearly a rope break.
Oh,
This is
referee.
clearly a rope break.
Oh, what kind of an organization are we running here, Paulie, where the ref
Unbelievable.
seems to be more interested in the crowd than he does
I
what's
cannot
going
believe
on
what I
in
am
the
not
ring?
perceiving, nor can I perceive what I am not believing.
How are
Now
these women
you
supposed
see
to win that happy
Savalas
cabbage without
That's
a good
right.
referee?
coming in now and locking down Shelly Savalas. Savalas trying to break the hold here on the Thighs from Van Heise, turning it over once again.
Shelly Savalas trying to pick Margaret Green up and put her in a pin, and Green not having it, keeping a shoulder off the mat, Paulie.
I'm not sure who is the one who is supposed to be hurt by this hold at this time, Veeta. I've got to tell you, the crowd seems confused as well, now taking it over into another rope break.
Definite rope break here now. Okay,
The referee
finally the ref.
gingerly suggesting that Green break the hold. Finally, Savalas now free of the lock, shaking it off here tonight on Midweek Midcard Matchup.
That's right, Savalas trying to come up with a new game plan here against Margaret. The Thighs from Van Heise.
Thighs from Van Heise, back
here
on
we
the
go.
attack in the corner, grabs the ears.
The ear pull.
The earlock takeover, now twice off the ropes.
Now you gotta
Savalas in trouble.
You gotta wonder, Paulie, if tonight we're going to see Savalas's signature move, the Kojak.
The Kojak Slam here tonight on Midweek Midcard Matchups. But the way I see it, Veeta, Margaret, the Thighs from Van Heise, is clearly in control of this matchup. Now just waiting for Savalas to make her move.
Word from Savalas before the match about Margaret Green was that she's a real pervert, Paulie.
Savalas now back to the headlock.
Oh.
Strong rights to the side of the head. Back to the headlock. Rights to the head.
This is the action we come to see on Midweek Midcard Matchup.
That's
Paulie.
right, it's a house of fire here tonight in the ring. Savalas going to work on the mid-back of the Thighs from Van Heise.
That's right, giving her the lollipops there, Paulie, right to the
That's right.
spine.
Now with the snapmare,
Oh.
keeping the thighs at a maximum distance from her neck, going for the scoop slam.
Here we
Wait
go.
a minute.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Green tied up in the corner. Savalas.
Oh, the Kojak
Savalas
hammer
with
from
the
right there
double
at the-
Kojak hammer and
Oh,
back
no.
to the tree.
Oh no, we may
Ties her
actually
up
see
in
a
the
death
corner.
here tonight.
My God, this must be the end. Savalas is going to kill her in the ring tonight. This is unbelievable. Now,
Savalas with the homemade abortion right here tonight.
all the
on
way back
Margaret
to
Green.
it. The Thighs from Van Heise should have stayed together when they had the chance.
That's right.
Savalas with the
Oh.
snapmare, and here in the year 1913, that might be enough to put it away, Veeta.
It's definitely going to make it difficult for her to be in the kitchen later.
My
Paulie.
God,
Here
the
we go.
fireman's carrying the big
Oh,
body.
the Kojak
Splash.
slam.
Savalas!
takes the win.
Unbelievable.
So it's not just a clever hairdo, Paulie.
You were right. She used it to her technical advantage. Savalas.
Line coiffer.
Unbelievable. Shelly Savalas defeating the Thighs from Van Heise already. Now get this off the screen.
We don't need to see this, you know.
Here tonight in another display of athleticism, Shelly Savalas has used the corner to her advantage to defeat Margaret, the Thighs from Van Heise Green.
That's right,
That's
Paulie.
right.
And what a matchup it was right here on Midweek Midcard.
You've got it. For Veeta, I'm Pyrite, Paulie, Persimmons. And we'll see you next time on Midweek Midcard Matchups.